back at it again. It is the end of the month and the beginning of a new month. But most importantly, it is the end of first quarter 2024 and the beginning of the second quarter 2024. So I want to ask you this question. How do you feel about the progress you made in this past quarter? Do you feel like you're making the progress that you desire, or do you feel defeated, deflated, and uncertain about what the heck you are doing? Look, living the life that you desire and living a fulfilling life and not just existing will require you to do a bit of self-reflection. The one thing I hate about the end of the year is sitting at the end of the year wondering, why didn't I do what I said I was going to do at the beginning of the year? Now, as of late, that has not happened to me. I have been very intentional about what it is that I desire, but I know what it feels like to feel like you're not making the progress. I know what it feels like to feel bored. I know what it feels like to feel like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. I know what it feels like to work a job, working a 9 to 5 that is boring or may not be fulfilling, or it's really not challenging you enough, and you start doing the same thing, the same mundane routine thing every single day, and then living for the weekends, and then you say, oh my God, I'm so happy it's Friday. I can't wait for the weekend to come. Like, that is not the way to live life. There's so much more to this world and to this life and the abundance that you can have if you just make the decision. Sitting on the couch, watching Netflix, sitting on the couch, falling asleep, sometimes that's cool. But it comes a certain point in time where you have to be intentional about how you want to live your life and what you desire and take action towards it. For me, I created the brand one day with the idea of helping people to stop talking about the should, coulda, wouldas, or I desire, or maybe, or I wish, to start thinking of what is that one day, someday goal that you've always put off that you should really start making the necessary steps and action towards it so that you can achieve it by literally taking it one day at a time. The days are going to continue to come. The time is going to continue to pass by, but it's up to you to really think about how do you want to maximize it and how do you want to get through it. So for me, I desire to live a fulfilling life. I desire to have the things that I want, and I desire to be who I desire to be. And I'm here to help you and coach you along in order for you to do the same. Now, I haven't reached the pinnacle. I haven't done all the things that I desire, but I feel like I'm in the right direction. And I feel like I have some tools and systems that have truly worked for me. And I'm just seeking to share it with you while I'm in motion and while I'm in progress. But I've been able to do some amazing things, and it doesn't hurt to start to share some of the seeds or some of the soil that I use to help me to grow and be able to do things that most people couldn't even imagine to do or take action to do. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is April. I am all about going after big, audacious goals by literally taking it one day at a time. In one quarter, I would say in 1 year, I achieved major goals in a matter of a quarter. Every single quarter, I was hitting after a goal. In the first quarter of 2022, which I will say this year was the foundation of all the things that I've been able to do and continue to do, was in first quarter of 2022, I flipped a single family home out of state. Flipping a single family home means in real estate that you purchase a property that is like in the most distress possible, probably the worst house on the block. I renovated it and sold it. I took the profits from that property, and in the second quarter of 2022, I invested in a restaurant, Edgewood Dynasty, in Atlanta. At the time, I had actually just moved to Chicago, and I wanted to make sure I had a piece of Atlanta because I had a desire to move back to Atlanta, and that was my motivation to really get back to Atlanta. But I was going to Chicago to achieve my real estate goals and really touch and feel and understand what it takes to be a real estate investor. Then in the third quarter of 2022, I actually purchased a 4-unit property, which I yet again renovated. I lived in one unit and rented out the others, and now it's producing cash flow for me. It's an income that I have that also supports the income that I get from my 9 to 5. Then in fourth quarter, I created the brand One Day, which is a brand that's all about helping people to achieve big, audacious goals by taking it one day at a time. So you'll always hear me say that. And with this brand, I've actually created a 90-day planner to help people execute their goals at a high level by making the progress that they desire every single day, by literally writing things down and being intentional. So today, I want to share with you all some of the tips and tools that I use to close out a quarter and to start a new quarter. So grab a paper, grab a pen, and start writing down some of these things that can also help you to achieve your goals. Now, my goals may not be what you want to achieve, but there may be some tactics that you can apply that can help you to achieve your goals. Now, I'm not going to break down the whole setting of how to set up a goal and how to really get that focus. I have some previous videos that you can watch and you can tune in and check it out. But in this particular video, I want to help you to understand the importance of self-reflection and really setting yourself up for success to execute in the next quarter. So here are the things I typically do at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter. And I'm actually got my sweatshirt on. This is what I do. I kind of sit at home. I create the environment that I want. I get a candle. I get in my favorite chair. I turn on the lamp. It's kind of like a soothing kind of experience for me. I get a candle. And I may even light some sage to kind of clear out the energy, to kind of give me that intentionality that I want. Or I may even use a Palo Santo and just kind of give the scent in the room to kind of help set the mood that I want to desire and bring in a good energy. The other thing that I do is I meditate. I meditate and I visualize what is it that I want to achieve in the upcoming quarter. But at the same time, I reflect on the past, right? So in order for you to move forward, sometimes it's important to take a minute and think back. And here are some questions that I ask myself and things that I think about. The very first question being, what did I accomplish in the past quarter? What did I accomplish? And I kind of just sit in it. I close my eyes. I think about it. And there may be some things that I've accomplished I even forgot about because I'm moving so fast. I'm on to the next, to the next. But taking that moment to just think about what is it that I accomplished and just kind of sit in that. And oftentimes I celebrate my wins. So last night I had an amazing time. Friday night I had an amazing time. And I did something that I truly enjoy, which is art. So with this really cool art exhibit installation, I went to, well, part of the installation was actually a concert with Killer Mike, which I'm a fan of Killer Mike's latest album, but let me not get off on a tangent. But ultimately, I sit, I reflect on what it is that I accomplished for the past quarter. I reflect on the celebration or whatever I chose to celebrate the end of the quarter and my goals. And then I start to visualize my life or what I desire my big picture life to be. I think about the goal that I set for the year to kind of give me a sense of synergy and kind of be in that place. Because I truly believe that in order for you to touch, feel, or experience anything, you have to experience it in the subconscious first. So by getting in the mood and visualizing and meditating, it actually sets me in the mood for what I really want to desire over the course of the year. But also, what do I want to experience the upcoming quarter? So those are things that just kind of put me in that mood. It gives me a chance to connect with God. It gives me a chance to really connect with myself and my energy and what do I desire. So you can use that, as one way to do it. And then sometimes I just start writing. I start writing the things that I visualize. I start writing the things that I want to kind of like see it and feel it. There's something about writing out what you desire on pen and paper. And really, it's almost like a commitment that you're making to yourself. And subconsciously, your brain is connecting with what you've written down on paper, which is why I really, really appreciate some good old pen and paper. It's nothing like it. And then I ask myself these 3 questions, which I think are important for you to ask yourself. What worked well for me in this past quarter? What really worked well? And that's an evaluation of my habits, my relationships, how I spent my time, how did I love with myself in terms of my health, whether it be getting out and getting some fresh air, whether it be working out, whether it be getting my massages, going to therapy, going to a chiropractor. There's a lot of things I need to do to self-maintain myself. Like, it is necessary for me. So I reflect on those things and what do I need to enhance or improve. And that gives me a chance, I'm sorry, not reflect and improve. It gives me a chance to think about what worked well so I can continue to do those things in the upcoming quarter and more importantly in the upcoming month. And then I think about the things that did not work well, right? Thinking about the same areas, your habits, your self-care, your routines, your time management, whether it be work or whether it be family members, relationships. And that self-evaluation of what didn't work well begins to identify ways in which you need to improve, right? So the last and final question I ask is, what will I improve for the upcoming quarter? Like, what changes do I actually want to make? Based on what I know worked well and based on what I know did not work well, what do I want to improve? So you got to think about these things because the reflection and the adjustments are all the things that are going to help you to get closer to your goal. Because if you don't take time to think about these things, you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, not realizing that what you're doing is not working, or not realizing that what is working, you want to put more focus there because that's the thing that has gotten you where you are, gotten you the progress that you desire. So I encourage you to really think about these 3 questions. I encourage you to set the environment that's going to help you to have the most productive thought, and be able to really just be still and be alone with yourself. Now, granted, a lot of this activity that I'm doing, I like to do without any distractions. So my cell phone goes on do not disturb. There's no TV. I don't have any plans. In that moment, I just sit and think and be still and be alone with myself and my own thoughts. So whatever mood or whatever it's going to take you to do it, do it. Like right now, I've got a sweatshirt on and I just kind of sit and I'm relaxed. I'm in my own home and I'm just relaxing, because you got to sometimes just sit in your own bliss, of what you've been able to do and what you want, what you desire. Just as most people do at the end of the year, and they start thinking about the New Year's resolutions, all of the things, like you can still do that by doing that activity at the end of a quarter and the beginning of a new. So I just want to say congratulations to you on all that you've accomplished in the past quarter. But I also want to say to you, if you did not achieve or you did not do the things that you had desired to this quarter, it's okay. But let's make the adjustment and let's do what's necessary for this quarter so that you're able to achieve and live the life that you desire. Because I want you to be happy. I want you to get what you desire. But you can't get there if you're not willing to make an adjustment and if you're not willing to make a change. All right? So have an amazing day. Live it purposefully and have an amazing quarter. And I'll see you back again next week. If anything I said in this video has helped you, feel free to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know. What is it that you're struggling with? What's really challenging for you? And maybe I'll even make a video dedicated to the challenge that you may have so you can make the progress that you desire. All right. Have a great one. Again, gotta go. All right. Thanks for tuning in.